As we announce the arrival of the Right Honorable Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zahari bin Tun Dato' Abang Haji Openg Premier of Sarawak, and Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Dato' Amah Hajah Jumaani Tun Tuanku Haji Bujang. I'd like to invite all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing, for in a bit we will be playing our national and state anthem as we were preparing everybody to settle down first. Once again, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem, Negaraku, and our state anthem, Ibu Pertiwiku. To invite distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Now let us invite Ustaz Haji Muhammad Ihsan bin Haji Hadzil from Jabatan Agama Islam Sarawak up on stage for doa recital. Ustaz, please.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا شاكرين حمدا حامدين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم يا Allah, the most gracious and the most benevolent, on this glorious day and with the greatest of gratitude, we raise our hands seeking your blessings upon this opening ceremony of Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak 2023, which will be officiated by the Right Honorable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zuhari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Allahumma ya Allah ya Fattah ya Alim ya Allah. Let this occasion be a part of our continuous effort in doing good deeds and virtues. Please grace this occasion with your blessings and mercy. May we achieve all its noble aims and objectives. Render us the strength, diligence, and patience so that we can work together in building our nation towards a new height of advancement, progress, and excellence. With all the useful knowledge, valuable experience, and precious outcomes that we may gain from this occasion, please grant upon us the strength to benefit thereof, Ya Allah, for the enhancement of our community and nation. Allahumma ya Allah ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram, please safeguard our good relationship, mutual respects, and interactive solidarity. Please fill our hearts with the earnest of sincerity and patience. Guide us to the correct path, provide us with thy light as against darkness, and keep us away from evils, whether they are deliberate and visible or otherwise. Please keep us clear from dangers and adversities, disasters and calamities, from all sources and causes that could jeopardize us, our communities, and our nation. With your all-embracing mercy and protection, Ya Allah, please bless Sarawak and Malaysia with peace, progress, and glory forever. Allahumma bika nasta'in wa alayka natawakkal wa anta rabbul arshil azim. Irhamna ya Rabbana fa innaka anta arhamur rahimin. وصلى الله وسلم على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Ustaz Haji Muhammad Ihsan, for the dua. Good afternoon and welcome to our distinguished guests, the Right Honorable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zuhari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Yang amat berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumu'ani Tun Tuanku Haji Bujang. The Honorable Datuk Sri Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government Sarawak. Yang berbahagia Datin Sri En Ong Siok Yen. The Honorable Datuk Sri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak, Minister for Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development Sarawak. Yang berbahagia Datin Sri Haja Zuraini binti Abdul Jabbar. The Honorable Deputy Ministers, yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson Baya Dandot, Executive Director of Borneo Convention Centre. Mr. Eric Van Pegelen, Chief Executive Officer of Borneo Convention Centre. Mr. Au Yong Kian Chung, Director of Orchid Woods Company. distinguished guests, head of departments and representatives from various agencies, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony of Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak BIGEXS 2023. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without further delay now, we would like to invite Yang Berbahagia dan Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson Baya Dantot, Executive Director of BCCK, up on the stage to start off our event with his welcoming remarks.
Thank you. Terima kasih pengacara majlis. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all. Yang amat berhormat, Datuk Tinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abdul Rahman Johari Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Yang amat berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumaini Bintunku Tuanku Haji Bujang. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Sim Kuihian, Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government. Yang berbahagia Datuk Sri N. Ong Siak Ian. Respectfully yang berbahagia Datuk Sri Haji Abdul Karim Hamzah, Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneurial Development, who has been actually guiding us as we prepare this event. Yang berbahagia Datin Sri Hajah Zuraini bin Abdul Jabbar, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Encik Eric van Biggeland, our CEO of BCCK, Mr. Ong Kian Chung of Orchidwood Group, heads of departments, representatives of various government agencies, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I must express our greatest honor to Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak for gracing this occasion, the opening ceremony of the Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak 2023, better known as BIGEXS 2023. Sorry about the name because somebody was mentioning, is it Big Bike? No, it's the Borneo International Expo for Gardening. And specifically horticulture apart, we are also talking about the exhibitions of orchids from this area. This expo is co-produced by BCCK and Orchidwood Company, private sector, a private company, through a mutual collaboration as a catalyst to enhance the business events industry in Sarawak. From the ground up, with a focus on gaining prominence, both the domestic and international platform. This is actually the first time that we collaborate in answer to the call by Minister of Tourism, Dato' Abang Karim, Yang Berhormat Dato' Abang Karim, who requested some times ago that we should initiate at least 50 homegrown events to promote not just tourism but events, exhibitions, and all this going on. On the part of BCCK, we have actually undertaken two of these. One was called EAT, meaning Engage and Test Borneo Conference, which is a culinary event. We did it last year, and it was very well attended by the Kuching Chef Association of Sarawak. But it was our first attempt. This time is the second homogeneous event. And I would like to say that we are very happy that we had received, in a short period, a great response from participants from the other countries. In particular, I must mention from Thailand. They are one of the big exhibitors here. from Singapore at the back later, but we also have visitors and participants from China, from Taiwan, and so on and so forth. And because of that, we also have been able to bring about something like 20 to 30 local participants, exhibitors, who showed great interest in exhibiting their plants, their orchids, flowers, and whatever. But I must add here that it is the creativity and not just the creativity, but also the beautiful exhibitions that our foreign exhibitors have shown to us. And I hope later on, as we walk around, we should be able to see it. At this juncture, and before I proceed, I would like to extend, of course, our appreciation to past other colleagues like Business Events Sarawak, BE Sarawak, and the Sarawak Tourism Board for their unwavering support in facilitating and supporting business events at BCSK since 2009. Today, we have taken this challenge with the Minister to produce this locally produced events, BIGEXS. We believe, we are confident, the BCCK will be able to, together with whoever we collaborate with, in this particular case, Orchid Wood, to actively contribute to the growth of Sarawak business events market share by creating an avenue through homegrown events. By doing so, BCCK, together with the other agencies, hopes to put Sarawak on the radar of the global events industry. Similar, it's a tall ask, but we believe, we hope, similar to the almost legendary Rainforest World Music Festival, and to further enhance the development within Sarawak. These homegrown events, no doubt, we expect to expand in tandem with the State Post-COVID Development Strategy, PODS 2030 plan. So this is just the beginning. BIGEXS aims to lead Sarawak into the untapped global multi-billion dollars horticulture industry in the medium to the long term. As I think you would know, as the Chinese would have said it, the philosophers would have said that the journey of 1,000 years begins with a single step. And today, our BIGEXS, I think we plant the first seed to make sure that we move along this line. If I move on, I would also like to state, Yang Amat Berhormat, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a bit more on the BIGEXS itself. We are talking about a 3 days garden, horticulture, and flower showcase exhibitions to showcase Borneo's unique nature and horticulture, possibly agriculture, but this horticulture, to like-minded individuals from the region. In fact, today we have about 160 players all around participating with us here. The event has been created as a passion project, the love of it, with the goal of promoting Sarawak Borneo as a hub of horticulture in the region. We believe that the existing expo will be exciting and will elevate the local community's interest in gardening. I hope that one day we should be able to show on our local TV something like in our TVS, TV Sarawak, such as the Australian Broadcasting produced Gardening Australia. And also, who knows, one day we'll be able to be as famous as Butcher Garden in Canada. I've visited that place actually many years ago, and I must say this is one of the best gardens I've seen. The other one is, of course, Kew Garden in the UK, and for that matter, by the way, we have a botanist who used to work with the Royal Kew Garden of the UK here, and he was going to share with us some of the experiences and ideas that he had done with. And of course, I should not forget the Hanging Garden of Babylon. Many years ago, we talked about the seven wonders of the world. But this is just one of two pictures of the Hanging Garden of Babylon, just to show how important gardening as a passion, as a hobby has been. Yang amat berhormat, ladies and gentlemen, let me now quickly return back to Sarawak and our vast biodiversity garden. In fact, today, quite a number of the exhibits here not just portray horticulture and orchid, but also a bit of the jungle, the forest aspect of it. I saw from the display from the exhibits from Thailand, among others. We all know that Borneo has significant potential for biodiversity commercialization, given its rich natural resources and unique plant. And in recent years, there has been growing interest in sustainable horticulture and ecotourism in Borneo, which could help to promote the biodiversity of the region, while also providing economic benefits to the local communities. We acknowledge and recognize that the Sarawak government has also implemented various policies to promote sustainable agriculture, including horticulture and tourism, as well as to measures to protect biodiversity and support local business that promote sustainable practices. And there are, in fact, several agencies that we want to acknowledge here, such as the Sarawak Biodiversity Center, the Sarawak Forestry Corporation, and for that matter, Sarawak Forest Department, who have overseen our state flora and fauna conservation and protection measures, which, of course, amongst other things, can also help us to perpetuate, to facilitate, and promote the local biodiversity, flora and fauna to enable us to generate gardens that will also be of equal challenge or equal beauty with the others. Ladies and gentlemen, Borneo's horticulture industry includes both traditional farming practices or gardening practices and modern horticulture. We have worked together closely with our young group, and actually they certainly have shown that they have the capacity, the capability of exhibiting a world-class exhibit in terms of gardening as we enter the entrance. In fact, that is part of their creation and creativity in the field of gardening. Thank you, Mr. Aoyong. At the same time, I would also like to mention that beyond the flora and fauna, of course, I should not leave the SBC alone here, having been with them for quite some time. We all know that they have more than 20,000 research database at SBC to facilitate them to utilize various methods, as well as developing new medicines from plant extracts, creating new products from natural materials such as litsara, and establishing ecotourism activities that showcase the unique flora and fauna of Sarawak. At this juncture, I'd like to say, the commercialization of our research in biodiversity has already yielded successful results, as I said, such as the case with litsara, a line of Sarawak-based, sustainably produced personal care. This was made possible through a collaboration with the SBC and Sarawak's indigenous community, who utilized their traditional knowledge and participated in the traditional knowledge documentation program to develop our innovative products to the rich biodiversity of Borneo, the biodiversity garden of the state. In essence, we believe that we can sustainably produce products as marketed worldwide, together with the other international brands like L'Occitane, Crabtree and Evelyn, the Body Shop, the famous South Korea non-skincare products, many of which actually are extracted from the plant extracts of the world. And of course, among others, our litsara product by SBC can equally match, we believe we can equally match them as we market the product and the work together. Let me recap on BIGEXS, the Borneo International Garden Exhibit. This will serve as a platform for budding entrepreneurs to collaborate, to exchange ideas, and to advance the commercialization of horticulture and biodiversity products and services. Today, we have about 60 or more exhibitors participating in B2B or B2C, business to business and business to consumer interactions. We expect to attract at least 20,000 visitors in the next 3 days. In fact, this morning by about 10 o'clock, some members here were saying that there were almost between 600 to 1,000 stream of people coming to visit this. Though on Friday, but they clearly show the excitement. And we believe tomorrow, Saturday, and by Sunday, they will attract more as they start talking to the exhibitors. Other than that, this exhibition actually features other events by the Society Atelier of Sarawak, even Sabati, and in fashion shows and pop-up boutiques for arts and craft. This has been displayed in the main hall upstairs at the BCCK. Whereas the floor here is all about the plants and the show of the orchids and so on and so forth. On behalf of BCCK and Orchid Wood, we would like to extend a great, big heartfelt thanks once again to Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak and yang amat berbahagia Puan Sri Datin Amar Hajah Jumaini for gracing our opening ceremony of the BIGEXS. To Honourable Ministers, Datuk Sri Haji Abdul Karim, Datuk Snowden Lawan, the PEMSEC Sarina, and Ministry of Tourism, we'd like to thank you. A big thank you also to our strategic partners, specifically Gintel, Sarawak Metro, DBKU, all other exhibitors and sponsors, and all the participants, the media partners, and distinguished guests for your support and participation. Lastly, I would like to express my gratitude to the workforce and of both BCK and professionally Orchid Wood, who has displayed their professionalism in making these homegrown events a reality today. Your hard work and dedication are greatly appreciated, and with that, I'd like to thank you once again for your kind indulgence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Wilson Baya Dandan for the wonderful welcoming remarks. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah up on the stage to have a few words.
Terima kasih saudara pengacara majlis. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat tengah hari kepada semua para hadir. Right Honourable Datuk Tinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier Sarawak, dan yang berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumaini Tuanku Haji Bujang, Honourable Datuk Sri Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, the Deputy Premier of Sarawak, as well as Datin Sri, Honourable Deputy Ministers, yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson Baya Dangdut, the Executive Director of Borneo Convention Centre, Mr. Eric Van Pingelen, the CEO of Borneo Convention Centre, Mr. Au Yong Kian Chung, the Director of Orchid Wood Company, the Mayor of both City Halls in Sarawak, in Kuching, from DBKU, Datuk Bandar, dan juga daripada MBKS, Datuk Wee. I wish to also acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency, the Consul General of Brunei Darussalam, who is also together with us, Hajah Noni, distinguished guests, head of department, representatives from the various agencies, members of the media. Well, I'm very happy to be here today for this opening ceremony of Sarawak inaugural Borneo International Garden Expo, or in short, BIGEXS 2023. Well, the fact that a lot of you are down here shows that you love beauty. If you don't love beauty, you wouldn't be here. And when you take a walk, take a stroll around the hall, you will be seeing a lot of beautiful things, flowers, plants, and a lot of you will be imagining how I wish this plant is in my house. So take this opportunity to learn more from this exhibition, from this expo, and probably to bring back also some of the plants. You can buy them and start gardening at home. This is a beautiful hobby, and I don't mind to share with you. If you are to go to Right Honorable Premier's house, you will love it. The whole place is a garden, you know. And I have to acknowledge the one who really is into it is Dato' Amma Puan Sri, who is also down here. Puan Sri Jomaini. I know she loves gardening. There are lots of things that I can see in the house. The bonsai. The latest one I saw the other day, orchids without the bricks, without the charcoal. It was just hanging there, flowering. So I was asking, how did the orchid grow without just the roots, without anything? So she was explaining, you need to water it. So I didn't know that orchids can also being just placed on the wire mesh, and it can grow on its own without all those bricks, earth, and soil. Yeah. BIGEXS is a collaborative effort between the Borneo Convention Center, or BCCK, and Orchid Woods Company, both of which has got impressive history of hosting prestigious events. BCCK is an award-winning leading convention center, while Orchid Wood Company is a well-recognized name in the regional orchid industry. In Kuching or in Sarawak, you mention Orchid Wood, you'll know. They are the ones that are the experts on orchid and plants. When you get these two together, BCCK and Orchid Wood, they bring a wealth of experience and expertise to the organization of BIGEXS 2023. Building up to this successful event, the 13 Asia Pacific, they were involved in this 13 Asia Pacific Orchid Conference in 2019, which was held also in BCCK. Well, how will BIGEXS impact Sarawak, the community, as well as the government? The horticulture industry is in developing country tends to progress at a relatively slower pace than in developed country due to various factors, including limited availability of essential resources such as the seeds, tools and fertilizers, inadequate infrastructure, insufficient technical knowledge and other related factors. Therefore, I believe that the establishment of BIGEXS 2023 will provide the optimal platform for education, knowledge sharing, public exposure, leading to a positive impact on the future of horticulture and gardening industry. The horticulture and especially the rare plant industry in Sarawak have significant potential, not only for economic impact, but also for tourism. Our Borneo tropical rainforests are home to a diverse range of rare and endemic plant species, making it an attractive destination for botanical enthusiasts and nature lovers. Also, for those who are from outside of Sarawak, we have got this beautiful plant, the largest plant in the world, Rafflesia. It does not bloom often, But somehow 3 days ago, a big one is blooming in Lundu, or in Gunung Gading National Park, which is about an hour drive from here. If you have got the opportunity, go down there and have a look for yourself, because that is a one in a lifetime experience. You will not be able to see it anywhere else in the world. That Rafflesia, the plant is this big. But we check on that. There is another bud which should be blooming probably in about a few weeks' time from now. I've been following up on this, and I can see that the last few months we have been able to see quite a number of blooming of this Rafflesia. It seldom happened actually, but somehow for the last 6 months, probably because of COVID maybe, and these things are not being disturbed, you know, and the plant stem seem to be able to grow much better during that time. And likewise, the orang-utan sanctuary, when it is not being disturbed, when the orang-utan are not being disturbed, we are able to have 3 orang-utan conceiving. When they are being visited by visitors every day, they don't have time for themselves to consummate. You know, so 2 years of no visitors, they are able to consummate, and then we have more babies at the orang-utan sanctuary. Likewise, the Rafflesia also probably. Yeah, that part you have to ask Professor Sim, he will know better. Visitors can learn from the region's flora, unique flora, take guided tour to see plant species in their natural habitat, and visit nurseries and gardening and gardens specializing in rare plants. The cultivation and sales of the unique flora can also generate revenue and create new job opportunities in the region. It is essential to manage the industry sustainably to prevent exploitation of rare plant species and to ensure that the preservation of the region's unique biodiversity. By promoting rare plant industry and its tourism potential, Sarawak can diversify its tourism industry and boost economic growth in the region through hosting of events like this, BIGEXS 2023. BIGEXS 2023 is expected to create a direct and indirect economic impact of approximately ringgit Malaysia 4.4 million over the course of these 3 days, with an expected attendance of few thousand visitors actually. I hope it will be able to hit 10-20,000, but then looking at the number of visitors that have been coming over this morning, as what I have been informed, I believe over the weekend there will be thousands of Kuching-nites or those from outside of Kuching coming down to see this expo. The event is also expected to generate substantial media coverage for Sarawak, especially Kuching, particularly through social media and influencer marketing, which will result in global exposure for the region. In addition to the immediate economic impact, BIGEXS 2023 is expected to offer yet another unique tourism product for Sarawak over the next 5 years. We see that this expo has potentially become a new tourist attraction event, akin to our, as what had been mentioned by Tan Sri just now, which is akin to the Rainforest World Music Festival. We have got quite a number of homegrown festival, and this probably might be able to be generated into another new tourism product in the near future. This event is expected to have a considerable indirect economic impact, such as creation of new jobs, opportunities, and the development of new workforce with specialized skills for this segment. This development will have a positive impact on the future and the agriculture sector subcategory, including the outdoor furniture industry, for example, local rattan makers and furniture made from wood, especially from rattan, from coconut shells and all that. From bamboo, you can see. The PCDS, this event's contribution is in line with the Sarawak Post-COVID Development Strategy 2030, which aim to develop and enhance 6 economic sectors, including tourism, agriculture, and forestry sectors. The PCDS plan prioritizes environmental sustainability as one of its 7 key strategic thrusts. It is our belief that BIGEXS 2023 will inspire individuals to act towards preserving our planet's natural heritage and promoting sustainability. I'm just back from ITB Berlin as well as the conference in Madrid a few days ago, and I can see Europe, they're so much into responsible tourism. What are the sustainable efforts that we are trying to produce in our country? The kind of question from the foreign medias are all tuned into that. Sustainability, responsible tourism, and I believe that what we are doing down here is right on track with what they are advocating in Europe now. BIGEXS 2023 is expected to drive not only short-term economic growth, but also medium to long-term development by bridging the gap between rural horticulturalists and other developed countries to increase yield and improve livelihood. The development may potentially create a new tourism attraction and homestay businesses in rural areas, a trend that has already gained traction in Thailand and in Taiwan, one of the 2 leading countries in this industry. Horticulture is plays a significant role in enhancing local communities, promoting social welfare, and generating economic benefits by creating job opportunities and tourism dollars, supporting environmental sustainability, facilitating social and community bonding, and providing aesthetic and recreational benefits. As such, BIGEXS 2023 reflects our vision of creating a sustainable future by conserving and protecting our natural resources while enriching our lives with the beauty and diversity of nature. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my sincere congratulations to Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson Bayadangdut, Mr. Aoyong Kien Chung, and Mr. Aoyong Kien Yan, who has been working tirelessly with their respective teams in the curation of this inaugural BIGEXS 2023 Expo. Congratulations also to BCCK and the organizers, and also a very big thank you to all the sponsors and those who have been making this event becoming a reality. And I wish the team every success in the Borneo International Garden Expo, which is from 17th to the 19th at the Borneo Convention Center. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri, with that amazing speech earlier on. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now without further ado, we will now like to invite the Right Honourable Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Aman Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Dato' Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, up on the stage to have a few words with us.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat tengah hari Salam sejahtera dan salam Sarawakku sayang. Yang berhormat Saudara Datuk Seri Dr. Sim Hui Kean, Timbalan Premier Sarawak, serta Datin Seri, Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Abdul Karim Hamzah, Menteri Pelancongan, Kreatif Industri dan juga Performing Arts, serta yang berbahagia Datin Seri Haja Juraini binti Abdul Jabbar, yang berhormat Menteri Timbalan Menteri, yang berhormat yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson Baya Dandot, Executive Director Borneo Convention Center, serta Puan Sri CEO Borneo Convention Center, Saudara Eric, Mr. Au Yong Kian, Director of Orchid Woods Company, Dedep Jemputan, seterusnya para peserta yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama, saya ingin hendak mengucapkan setinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada pihak penganjur iaitu BCCK dan juga Orchid Woods kerana menjemput saya pada tengah hari ini dan seterusnya bagi penghormatan kepada saya untuk melancarkan Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak 2023 ataupun BIGEXS 2023. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate both parties for organizing this inaugural exhibition, and I'm sure this is a way for us to explore new ideas on the question of horticulture, at the same time how to make use of this, not only for our economic benefits, but also to foster cohesion among communities. As you know, flowers very important in our life. When you give birth, people give you flowers. When you ask for a hand from a girl, you also give flowers. When you have festivities, you also give flowers. If you die, also people give you flowers. Meaning throughout life, flowers are very important in our way of life. Because of that, I take this opportunity to congratulate both parties as well as the support from the Minister of Tourism for you to organize this exhibition. I only want to share with you one area. The question of how to promote horticulture. And also the direction for us to promote this industry, not only to entertain us, but also as a commodity for export, which enhance our economic activities under our PCDS 2030. As you know, we have three pillars in our PCDS. One is economic prosperity, two, social inclusivity, and third, environmental sustainability. All the three are connected. And what is important is we want to have a balanced growth in our GDP as well as we maintain and conserve our environment. This horticulture is one industry that embraces both. One as a commodity, and the other one is also social inclusivity, because you give flowers to people. And the third, you beautify our country. That leads me to the second issue or the second experience I want to share with you. I just came back from Saudi Arabia. I was in Saudi Arabia last week. And you can see the cities in Saudi Arabia are planted with flowers. Jeddah itself, beautiful, with colorful flowers. Even to the extent that the other two cities, even Medina and Mecca, the government is putting emphasis on horticulture. That reminds me of the fact that right in the desert, they can produce flowers. Kepanasan, weather is not friendly, but yet along the highway, beautiful with trees and flowers. Then I asked my colleagues, Sarawak, plenty of this. Yet along our main road, kita tidak ada tengok apa yang saya tengok di Saudi Arabia. So now I would like to share with the two Datuk Bandar. Please beautify our road. If you don't have money, you ask me. Because along our main road, we should see this sort of plants and colorful flowers. And it is not that difficult, just the backyard we can see our beautiful flowers with the color. More so orchids indigenous to Borneo. Sometimes our friend from Singapore, you allow me to mention this. I really quite amazed with Singapore. Every VIP is given orchid. VIP coming to Singapore, they will name the name of that orchid. And certain orchid I saw from Sarawak. So what I'm saying here is, we must have certain policies and brainstorm. What are we going to do with our flowers? And then we can actually produce more flowers, particularly orchids. I was given to understand by the University Putra Malaysia in Bintulu, there is one orchid not available in other parts of the world. A very small orchid with beautiful color. So much so they named the orchid after my name. Then I cakap, macam mana orang lelaki keluarkan orchid. What I'm saying here is diverse orchids available in Sarawak. It's a question of how we focus and develop our horticulture. I would like again to mention here that environmental sustainability is at the core of our policy, and this includes not only forestry, not only the question of carbon, all this, but also the question of our habitat and also our flowers. I hope this exhibition, understand, followed by seminar, and I hope you can brainstorm what we should do in order to beautify our place, at the same time develop horticulture as part of our commodities for export, and becomes something economic activity that will benefit our economy, as well as those who are very much involved in horticulture. Saya juga telah datang ke macam Datuk Karim waktu saya tourism, banyak negara-negara yang mempunyai bunga ini sebagai tarikan. satunya Taiwan, satunya Thailand, even in China. If you go to Kunming, Kunming is one of the places that really export orchid flowers together with the other countries, Netherlands. Jadi saya harap exhibition ini akan memberikan idea yang baru, new ideas for us to look at horticulture and then develop it. There are other species also, not only in terms of flowers, indigenous product macam what has been done by Sarawak Biodiversity Center. They have this, you know lah, wangi-wangi yang telah dikeluarkan oleh Sarawak Biodiversity Center. Dan juga bunga-bunga ini boleh menjadi ingredient dalam kita mengeluarkan perfume. And that is another downstream activities of horticulture. Finally, sekali lagi saya ucap tahniah kepada Tan Sri serta disokong oleh Kementerian Pelancongan, dan saya harap exhibition ini menjadi mungkin event tahunan untuk kita memperbaharui dan menambah nilai kepada industri horticulture. I think maybe Datuk Karim next year boleh masuk budget lah. Kita masuk budget for this. At the same time, the Sarawak Forestry, we will give some fund to help the BKU and BIGEXS to, you know, kacak dikit lah je raya. Sik kena teruk elak ke Datuk. Sekian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you for a wonderful speech, Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak. We also like to invite Yang Amat Berhormat to kindly remain on stage. As now we would like to invite Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Dato' Amar Hajah Jumuani, together with the Honourable Dato' Sri Professor Dr. Sim, Yang Berbahagia Datin Sri Eng, the Honourable Dato' Sri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Yang Berbahagia Datin Sri Haja Zuraini, together with Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson, and Mr. Au Yong Ken Chong to join our Premier of Sarawak on stage. Also like to invite wife Puan Sri. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we will be unveiling the orchids registered and named after our Right Honourable Premier and his beloved Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Dato' Amar Hajah Jumuani. So I'd like to invite the Right Honourable together with Yang Amat Berbahagia to now lift up the cloth in count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. These orchids are registered by the Royal Horticultural Society as International Cultivar Registration Authority for Orchid Hybrids in the world by Mr. Au Yong Ken Chong of Orchid Works on 14 December 2022. The first orchid is called Vanda Premier Abang Zohari, a crossbreed of Vanda Kulwadi fragrance with Vanda the Raja Mohans. And the second orchid is called Vanda Jumuani, crossbreed of Vanda Pure Wax and Vanda Dr. Aneng. There we have it. Very, very beautiful indeed. Now we would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Wilson Bayadandon, Executive Director of BCCK, to present to the Premier of Sarawak with the official certificate of the orchids. Let's have a picture together first. These are the official certificate of the orchids, together with the live orchid plant, as once again appreciating our Right Honourable presence and words here today at the opening ceremony of Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak 2023. Also like to have Tan Sri to present the certificate and also the live plant to Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Dato' Amar Haja Jumoani of the plant Vanda Jumoani. We would like to have everybody to have a photo opportunity for our members of the media together with our, once again, Vanda Premier Abang Zuhari and also Vanda Jumaani together with our honorable guest. Next, we'd like to invite distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to move over to our next agenda, which is the ribbon cutting ceremony. So we'd like to invite all distinguished guests and also ladies and gentlemen to join us up front for our ribbon cutting ceremony to officiate our ceremony for this afternoon. All our distinguished guests to join us up front for the ribbon cutting ceremony. On the count of three, ladies and gentlemen, let us together witness the ribbon cutting ceremony by our Premier of Sarawak. 1, 2, and 3. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we greatly announce the Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak or BIGEXS 2023 is officially launched. Thank you once again to our Premier of Sarawak for officiating this ceremony. Now we would like to invite our Premier of Sarawak together with our distinguished guests to have a short tour on the garden display and expo here happening on this